Rajeshwari MJ. She pursued her BE in Electrical and Electronics at the People's Education Society College of Engineering, Mandya. She pursued her MTech in VLSI Design and Embedded Systems at the Sri Jagadguru Balagangadharanta Institute of Technology, Bangalore. Her personal skills lie in good verbal and written communication skills. Her areas of interest lie in OOPS with C++, renewable energy sources, HVDC transmission, digital relays, automotive electronics, advances in VLSI design. She has also had papers presented at the national level, such as the Innovative Architecture for SoC Multi-Core Hybrid Processor, presented at the RNSIT, Bangalore.
Welcome to UGC lecture series of BSc Physics Honours. Today we are dealing with the subject Digital Electronics. We already come across the Digital Electronics having three sections. One is Introduction to CRO and the second one is Analog Circuits and Digital Circuit. So, we already covered Introduction to CRO and also Analog Circuits. Now, we are dealing with the digital circuits. In this section, we are completely study about different types of digital circuits and its application. So, in the first session of this digital electronics part, we already covered the basic logic gates and its operations. So, what are the basic logic gates? And, or and not are called as the basic logic gates, and these will going to work in a different manner with a combination of inputs. And here in the digital circuits, one thing we need to remember is we are going to talk about the inputs and output only in the form of zeros and ones. We need to mention zeros and ones for input, and output will also read by zeros and ones, because that is what is called as digital circuit. This will going to works only with the digital signals. And another thing, we can also express the input and output with the high and low, high for 1 and low for 0. And one more form we can express the input and output, that is with the help of voltage, 0 voltage for low and plus 5 volts for high, and whatever I am telling is considered as a positive logic system, because we are saying 0 for 1, 0 voltage for low and plus 5 volts for high. So, this means a positive logic system. If we consider a negative logic system, it will reverse of it. So, 0 volts will be high, we need to take as a high output, and for and we need to read 0 volt as a high and plus 5 volt as a low. For this system is called as a negative logic system. So, these are the basic things that we need to carry forward. So, let us start with the session. Very first things that we are going to discuss here are realization using diode and transistor of an AND gate. So, we know the AND gate operation and the truth table, how it is works, everything. So, now we are going to realize this AND gate with the transistor and diode. So, also we need here we all discuss about the AND gate also and its truth table with the symbol, everything. And next we are going to learn about realization using diode and transistor of a NOT gate. So, NOT gate also another type of basic gates that we are going to realize with the transistor and also diode. Finally, we are going to discuss about universal gates NAND and NOR. NAND and NOR are called as universal gate. Why? Because using NAND and NOR gate, we are able to design all types of basic gates. That is why we can able to implement all type of basic gates like AND, or NOT. So, that is why it is called as universal gate. Last two types of gate is XOR and XNOR. The truth table and everything of XNOR and XOR will be discussed in the last section. First start with the AND gate. And the operation of AND gate we can observe from the truth table, that is 2 inputs we are considered here. This will be the symbol for a 2 input AND gate. This is a representation for a AND gate, and this is having one output Y. So, and dot will be the operation. So, A and B, we can read this as A and B. So, dot represent AND operation. So, here from the truth table we can observe for different combination of inputs the output will be different. So, if the logic gate works like this, if A and B both are high, the output will be high for a AND gate. This is what defines the AND gate. If both the input are high, the output will be 1. The output will be 1, and in all other combinations we can observe in all other combination like 0 0 or 0 1 or 1 0, the output will be 0. Next we move on to the realization. So, we know how the AND gate will works. Now, we need to realize with this with the diode. So, how we are going to represent AND gate with the diode? So, previously only the symbol, the abstract of AND gate we got to know, but internally we have some electronic circuits that will going to work as a AND gate. So, using diode we can implement AND gate like this. We need two diodes D1 and D2 and also one resistor, and it is connected to a supply of plus 5 volts. These two diodes connected to inputs. So, diode is connected to the input X and Y, and Z here is taken out from a resistor that represent the output. So, what happens when both X and Y are high, that is plus 5 volt is given for both X and Y, the diode will be in off mode. So, diode will be in off condition, there will be no current flow. So, what we can observe, there will be no voltage drop across the or not resistor. So, entire supply will be come across Z. So, the Z will be having the voltage plus 5 volts. This is how the diode will going to work with the both inputs having plus 5 volts. And also if in all other condition like 0 and 0 or 0 and plus 5 or plus 5 and 0 volts, the resistors here will going to have a voltage drop. So, this voltage drop leads to a low output. So, we will get a Z having a low output. So, this is how we can study the realization using diode of an AND gate. Next, we move on to realization using transistor of an AND gate. So, AND gate can also be implemented with the help of transistor. So, transistor required for a AND gate implementation is 3. We are connected in this form Q1, Q2 and Q3 with the 5 resistor, that is R1, R2, R3, R4 and R5, and plus 5 voltage is a supply voltage given to the circuit. So, here also we considered X and Y as an input to the circuit. So, first condition we are going to consider is when we are going to give the input plus 5 volts for both inputs like X and Y will be plus 5. So, the Q1 and the Q2 transistor will be in off mode. When we need to consider different combination for this inputs. So, first we consider like 0 or 0 or 0 plus 5 or plus 5 0, all these conditions, in all these combinations of input, the Q1 and Q2 are at off condition. So, at the same time the transistor Q3 will be on. So, why it will be on? Because this plus 5 volt will going to drive the Q3. So, there will be enough drive current to turn on this Q3. So, the Q3 will going to be in on mode. So, the voltage that we are getting from here at all these conditions when X or Y is equal to 0 0 or 0 plus 5 volts or plus 5 volts 0, there will be a 0 output at the Z terminal. And when in other the remaining one condition that we are going to deal is about plus 5 volts for both the inputs. When we are going to give plus 5 volts for both the inputs, transistor Q1 and Q2 will be in on. So, if the transistor Q1 and Q2 will be on, there will be no sufficient current to drive this Q3. So, there will be no voltage drop across the R4. So, this will going to leads the complete plus 5 volts in a terminal Z terminal. So, the output will be high. This is how we can realize the AND gate using transistor. Next we move on to NOT gate. The NOT gate is represented with the help of this symbol triangle with the with a bubble in front of it, or like this also we can represent bubble first after the triangle. So, this here the NOT gate is a complementary circuit. This is a complementary circuit, that whatever will be the input, its complement we can get as an output. So, from the truth table we can observe, if x is 0, y is 1, and if x is 1, y is 0. This is how the NOT gate works. Next, how we are going to realize this NOT gate using transistor is, we need only one transistor, that is Q1, and 2 resistor. This is how it is connected. One 0 voltage is applied. So, there will be no voltage here. So, transistor will be in turn off. So, there will be no current is flowing here. So, plus 5 volts is entirely appear across the output terminal Z. There will be no voltage drop in the R2 resistor. So, we can expect complete plus 5 volts at Z. So, whenever the X input is 0, we can expect plus 5 volts, because it can transistor Q1 remains in off condition. So, whenever Y is X is plus 5 volts or 1, we can expect there is a voltage drop in the R2 due to the Q1 in a turn on position, because Q1 will be in a turn on condition, because the plus 5 volts is driving enough current for a transistor to turn on. This will going to lead to a voltage drop in the R2 through the R2. So, there will be low voltage in the Z terminal, we can expect low output. Whenever X is high, there will be low output in the Z terminal. Next, we move on to the next important gate, that is universal gate, NAND gate. Here the NAND stands for NOT AND. So, NOT and together we are going to represent NAND gate, and the symbol that we are going to write for NAND gate, it is like this, and this is the AND symbol, and the bubble in front of AND symbol will represent NAND gate. So, already we said NAND stand for NOT and AND. So, this can also be represented like this, AND gate in front of AND gate, NOT gate. So, AND gate in front of NOT gate will going to represent NAND gate. So, these are the two possible symbols that we can write for the NAND gate, and how this NAND gate works we can observe from the figure. For different inputs like 0 0 or 0 1 and 1 0, the output will be high, and for 1 1, if both the input are high, the output will be 0. This is how we define. For NAND gate, if both the inputs are high, the output will be 0. That is what this is inversion of, we can say it is the inversion of AND gate. Exactly we can observe, it is the inversion of AND gate. We can observe from here, this is AND gate truth table, the Y output. This inversion will be the NAND gate. NAND gate will be the complete inversion of AND gate. So, next we move on to the another universal gate, NOR gate. So, here we can represent the NOR gate in two types of symbol, the same as it is. The NOR gate will be having OR gate and NOT gate. So, OR gate and NOT gate together represent NOR gate. So, here we are representing OR gate, and in front of it NOT gate is represented. This can also be written as like this, OR gate, and in front of it we can represent the NOT as a bubble. So, the expression for this is Y is equal to A plus B whole bar represent the NOR gate, and the truth table for this is A B. If the A B is both the input is low, the output will be high, and in all other condition the output will be 0. So, this also we can observe from the truth table. This is the complete inversion of OR gate. The output will be complete inversion of an OR gate, and this can be observed from expression also, from logic expression also we can observe. So, these two are the NOR gate, NAND gate that we discussed is called as universal gate, because using NAND and NOR gate we can able to implement the basic gates AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate. So, that is why it is called as universal gate. So, next we move on to exclusive OR gate. So, this is another type of logic gate which is having the expression Y is equal to A bar B plus A B bar, and also it can be represented with a symbol plus and with the circle inside a plus symbol. This is a representation for XOR gate. So, here the output will be high when the input will having odd number of ones or zeros. We can observe from the truth table. Here the odd numbers of ones we need to consider here, or zeros also we can consider. Let us consider 1. If the odd number of ones we can observe in these two combination. Here we can have only one high, that is ones in a B, and only one input will be having 1. So, here 1 0 and 0 1 will get a high output. So, this how we are going to define XOR gate, and for remaining other two combination the output will be 0. This will going to represent the symbol of a 2 input XOR gate, and this will be the expression y is equal to a plus with the circle out, and b will be the XOR gate expression. Next we move on to the next type of gate, that is exclusive NOR or XNOR gate. So, commonly we call this as XNOR, that is it means not of XOR. So, it is a complete inversion of again XOR gate. That is, here we can observe the symbol also we can observe. This remove this bubble which will going to represent as XOR, and if we consider in front of the XOR symbol a bubble, that will become XNOR gate. So, the expression for the exclusive NOR will be A, same operation symbol for XOR, and B, that inversion will going to give a XNOR gate expression. So, also we can represent the expression with A B plus A bar B bar. This symbol also will going to express us like a exclusive NOR gate operation. So, from the truth table we can study how this exclusive NOR gate operates. So, if we have if this inputs, the number of 2 we are considering here only 2 inputs, if the number of inputs is having even number of ones or zeros, the output will be high. So, here we are considering even number of zeros. Even number of zeros is having in this combination, that is 1 will be there, 2 will be there, 2 zeros will be there here in this combination. So, it is an even number of zeros we have. So, the output will be high. Similarly, we can observe the even number of ones here in this combination, that is 2 ones will be there. So, the output will be 1. So, in all other condition the output will be 0. This is exactly the inversion of exclusive OR gate that we studied previously. Next we move on to NAND gate as universal gate. How we are going to use this NAND gate as a universal gate? As we already said, it is a universal gate, This is how we are going to represent. This is what commonly we are going to write NOT gate. If we want to represent NOT gate in the form of NAND gate, this two terminal of the NAND gate will be tied together and given to the single input, because for NOT there will be only single input, it is a single input and single output. NOT gate, one thing we need to remember, it is having only one input and the one output. So, A will be the input and A bar will be the output. Here the NAND gate will going to work as a NOT gate. So, and for NAND gate that will going to work as a NOR gate, we need to represent like this, because from the NOT gate we observe this A and B will going to give for the firstly for a NOT gate. This will represent you to NAND gate representation, and it is going to work as a NOT gate. So, from here we can expect the output will be A bar B bar. So, this is what previously we studied, the NOT. So, from here we can expect the inversion output. So, NOT operation will going to be worked here. So, from the output of this gate we can expect A bar, and from this gate it is B bar. So, A bar and B bar will be given to this NAND gate. The output will be A bar dot B bar operation, that is whole bar. So, after simplification we will get the output of this logic gate will going to work as an OR gate. The truth table will be like this. For all this simplification and everything we are going to deal in the next upcoming slides, because for the basics knowledge just we go through, this is the symbol or this is the way we are going to represent the NAND gate circuit with which will going to work as an OR gate. So, next we move on to AND gate. How we are going to represent AND gate with the help of NAND gate? This is why this is how we are going to give two inputs to the NAND gate firstly, and this NAND gate is tied to the NOT gate which will going to work as a NOT gate. This NAND gate will going to work as an AND NOT gate here, and the output will be X and Y. Next these are the representation for NOR gate, which is works as an universal gate. So, using NOR gate, only NOR gate we are representing different basic gates. First consider NOT gate. NOT gate, it is similar to NAND gate, how we represent both the inputs are tied, one input will be there and one output will be there. So, A will be the input, A bar will be the output for a NOT gate, and for representing OR gate using NOR gate, again the same thing, A and B will be the two inputs given to the NOR gate, and here we expect the output as A. The output will be like this, A plus B whole bar will be there, and this will be given to the NOT gate. So, A plus B whole bar and again double bar will be there. So, two bars will be cancelled. All these simplifications that we are just I am telling here, that will going to detailedly studied in the next upcoming slides with the postulates, theorems, everything. We just go through the symbols or representation how we are going to write with the NOR gate. So, for AND gate we represent using NOR gate like this, the NOT gate where we are going to give the input A here and the B input to the another NOT gate, the output from this NOR gate or NOT gate, how the this NOR gate will going to work as NOT gate. So, the output from here is A bar and from here it is B bar, that output from here is A bar plus B bar whole bar. So, after simplification of all that, we will get the same operation, that is A and B, how it will going to work as an AND gate only. So, all this simplification we will study in the next session. So, we come to an end of the session. Let us have a quick summary. So, we discussed about AND gate, how it operates and everything. So, let us brush up what we studied. AND gate in the sense the output will be high. So, if both the input will be high, the output will be always high. That gate will going to represent as an AND gate. And next we come across NOT gate. NOT gate will be having single input and single output. It always having inversion of the input. Whatever will be the input, the inverted in our input will be the output. Next will be the NAND gate. NAND gate will be having, if both the input are high, we will get a low output. In for all other condition, it will be high. So, NAND gate will be the inversion of AND gate. The next gate that we discussed is NOR gate. For NOR gate, if both the input are low, we will get a output high, and in all other condition it will be low. And for XOR, it is having like this, the output will be, for odd numbers of ones or zeros, the output will be high, and for other two conditions it will be 0. For if we consider two input, only for the odd number of ones and zeros, the output will be 1, and for other remaining possibilities it will be 0. And finally, the XNOR will be like this, it operates like this. For only even number of ones or 0, the output will be 1, and for all other possible condition, the output will be 0. This is how we are going to discuss about the universal gate also, and how we are implemented this AND, OR and NOT gate using NAND and NOR. Everything we discussed and covered in this session. Let us take a look at some of the questions of this session, that is, give brief statements that would help one remember the truth table of NOR, XOR and XNOR logic functions irrespective of the number of inputs used. And the next question, why are NAND and NOR gates called universal gates? Justify your answer with the help of examples. Next, what is the difference between XOR and XNOR gate? Let us take a look at some of the references that you can go through for further readings, that is talkingelectronics.com, and books that you can refer are Digital Fundamentals, the 3rd edition by Thomas L. Floyd, and Digital Electronics by R.P. Jain. This ends the session. Thank you.